Let's make it happen, Captain. Oh, 07. Man. It's essentially crunch time for CIG. It's crunch time. You don't think so? Better think again. Saturday. Literally. We're halfway through the year. 2024. Only 6 months of development. Only 2 patches to go, plus CitizenCon, plus Aerospace, Intergalactic, and Alien Week to go. What are you going to show us, CIG? What are you bringing to the table? 6 months, 2 patches. IAE, Alien Week, and SitCon. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tim Stone 20207. Let's make it happen, Captain. It's about that bottom line, baby. All right. Are we going live? Are we going live? Yeah, let's go live. Oh, 07. What's up? Tim Stone. It's Friday. My day, your day, our day. It's a CIG day. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're in the verse. It's happening. It is happening, Captain. Oh, yeah. I don't want to look too creepy in this light. Looking a little creepy. Looking a little creepish. Oh yeah. Feels like eerie space. Know what I can do in my Aurora. It's me and my Aurora. Ellen. All right. Get to Arc L1. Let's make it happen, Captain. Arc L2. Let's see. All right, man. We're here. Let's see. Let's go to the map. All right. Arc L1 it is. Arc L1. Maybe it's Arc L1A. Lagrange Point. Here it is. Wide Forest Station. Okay. Okay. Where's my little marker? I don't see you. I'm gonna go down. So, there she is. Punch it.
Photon drive is now on.
to drive. Now on. All right. Yeah, I was just stating, look, no doubt about it. It's crunch time for CIG. When you look at tomorrow is literally June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? 12 months in a year. We're at the halfway point. Every quarter, there's an update. Quarterly updates, give or take a month or two, based on the volume of content. But generally speaking, it's a 3-month update. So that, in essence, it means it's 2 patches. 2 quarterly updates. That's 6 months. So you throw in inside of that 6 months, Aerospace Expo, Alien Week, CitizenCon. I might be missing something else, maybe. But essentially, those 3 main features are in the 6-month track of development. And so major stuff though, because quarter 3, so you have January, February, March, that's 1 quarter. April, May, June, that's 2nd quarter. July, August, September, right? July, August, September, right? October, November, December. So by September, we want to have the 4.0, but I think there's going to be a bleed over. There's going to be a bleed over with let me drop my landing gear. Slow myself down.
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. And switch over to SCM. Yeah, baby. That's basically your air brakes. Now let's call it ATC. Gear is not down, is it? There it is. Gear is down. Let's call ATC. Where was I? So, lots of things. Server meshing 4.0. Before, let's not forget 3.23.2, I believe, or B. Well, basically freight elevators that connects all of your assets to the personal hangar. Far-reaching, also mission givers for your cargo. So that's a big, major feature track. As CIG mentioned, that it touches just about everything in game. They have CitizenCon to plan for. Landing gear makes good brakes also. Yes, certainly does. Impasta. Yes, it's temporary for now. Shimpasta for sure. It's temporary. At best, it's temporary. Apologies. It looks a little eerie. I know, creepy. Apologies. But yeah, I mean, hold on. Let me get my chin up here. But withstanding all, I think there's so much that they have to do. Heads are down. There's so many projects that has to be taken care of. I'm nervous for them a little bit. I'm somewhat nervous for him, but at the same time, I'm finding out what I've signed up for, basically, right? As we all know, some of us may not. That's where we come in and help to inform people of what's happening. But at the end of the day, even CIG is kind of in that water in the waters of, hey man, I hope it goes well. Our plans are this, our intentions are this, but so goes it with development. And I think the main thing you want to try and do your best. Not just the patience part, but oh shit, hold up, something's not right. Let me get back my freaking ship. Something did not look right in that when I looked outside my cockpit. What the hell is? Wait a minute. How did I end up? I don't know, man. Something did not look right, and my instinct said, be careful, man. Oh, wow. Was it because I didn't turn off my engine? I don't know. Okay, system's off now. Tim Stone says, I hope it won't be too hard to get the vehicles into the cargo elevators. Well, you know, they just released IAE, Tim Stone. What do you think about that? That being released, and what happens with that? People buy more ships, presumably larger. Some have purchased larger ships that exist in game, right? We don't know right now if the narrative is, let's say you purchased a in-concept ship, for example. Let's say Ironclad. I'm feeling a little Ironclad today. Let's say you purchased the Ironclad. Do they automatically get that as their default, even though it's in concept? I think there was some feedback from CIG in those regards of it's basically the largest ship that you own that's playable in game. I don't know how that works. I don't remember. That's the main thing. But the concept is we're gonna have scaled up. That's another thing. The hangar should scale towards the largest ship you actually have. Whether it's concept or not, I don't know. But what that means is there's gonna be changes, work to be done as far as scaling up the hangars, and especially, you know, CIG mentioned that right now where the hangar tech is, it's so tight with certain ships. I mean, it barely fits, and they said, well, we got some work to do on that. Understandable. And so I think this is where this patch kind of nails it down, and if not, then I'm sure there's going to be optimization or patch updates that will come sooner than later. But yeah, that's another thing to be worked on. Twix 07 Twix, release the Kraken. I know. I kind of think they are actively working on it. That was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek moment between Jared and John Crew. Yeah, the Ironclad, it also sounds like it's being actively worked on when you talk about CIG stating the assets, the features that's coming from the Ironclad will give them the tech data that they need to go ahead and, you know, actually implement and create what the Kraken will become, so that it will be a part of the game. So that's going to be interesting. for me, that it makes me think about Squadron 42 as well, because I tend to like to believe that the Kraken has something to do with Squadron 42 release or something of that nature, or there's some ties with that ship and Squadron 42. At some point, we'll see that ship in the game, as far as what I truly believe is boss battle between piracy, and the UEE. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. It's not to say that it's a Drake ship, but I want to say that that's what the pirates would use in that situation if it came down to a big boss fight or capital ship fight, and we would go toe to toe against a Kraken in Squadron 42. If not, I don't know. It just didn't happen. But I expect that. I'm looking for that. I could be wrong. Could be totally wrong. But I kind of feel that's one of the ships we'll encounter in Squadron 42, especially with the way it ties in with piracy, or the lore is, hey, Drake sells to anybody. So we'll see. But still, it was good to hear that the development of the Ironclad actually ties into the Kraken itself. So, and knowing that they have the cargo grid, that's cool. A lot of things. Hopefully they take the time to develop not just the Kraken, but the modularity is now in game. So add the modular system so that the Kraken owners can actually change out the module, so that Kraken can become a privateer, and that privateer can go, revert back to being a Kraken through the modular system. So I would love for them to have that holistic approach to their development, and just try and develop it one time and pretty much complete it. And if there's some, and I think with that, I think things will hold for a while until they're ready to do an update, or in that sense of development down the line. Ironclad for Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Oh man, that is a bold ass prediction, but I love it. I love it, Twix. I am in the persistent universe, Imposter. Release that Kraken, baby. The actual tech involved to get ground vehicles to spawn in cargo elevators. Yeah, that's huge. That's a big deal. And then the scaling of those, like if you have a certain amount, do you scale it up to the 32, to the 16, to the 8s? How does that kind of correlate or interconnect or integrate with each other? That's complicated stuff. Very complicated stuff. But this is why I back, because I love seeing CIG dive deep into it and tackle this stuff head on to make it work and to make it cohesive. That in itself is worth watching. Been back in since 2013, September 20, so been here for a little minute, man. And had my shares of frustration with it, but then had my share of cheering on the project and seeing them overcome hurdles in their development path. So I still look towards that as why I'm still backing. All right, nav moding. Oh boy. In nav mode, let's see. Let's go to a moon. But what I'm really excited about right now is 4.0. I mean, just the Q&A. I would love a Q&A and what's behind the scenes with server meshing and CIG pretty much, dividing up, dissecting, or breaking into sections the system of Stanton and placing them in segments or local servers, and then taking those local servers and meshing them together so that as we travel and we cross different sections of Stanton via the segmented servers, which is basically the server meshing tech, seeing that seamless transition from one server crossing over to another with you and your friends, crewmates, and you're seeing that happen in real time and there's no hiccups. But at the same time, seeing how the server meshing, by it's breaking up things in smaller manageable pieces, the resources gained will help to reduce the desync, the rubber banding, the latency, giving the game as a whole the capabilities to have higher server and frame rate, server FPS, and server and frame rates on the client side on your computer. And you'll see where things are really snappy. It works very well. And then it changes dramatically how the game is played in real time. That's what I'm looking for. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a key to allow them to move forward with the game. Routing not available. Come on now. Stop playing with me, Matt. All right, route it. Let's make it happen, Captain. Docking collar, what the hell is that? What was that? Hatch. Okay, this is bugging out a little bit. What is that? ArcCorp. Okay, I'll have to go to ArcCorp first. That's a little weird. It said docking collar. Vic, medium. What is up, brother? 07 to you, Vickers. What is happening, man? How have you been? Vic, are you ready for venture into Pyro? 4.0, here we come, baby. Q3, give or take a month or two, but I think it's going to bleed into CitizenCon. I don't care. I'm okay with that. But what's the big ticket item for you for 4.0? And of course, we're going to have hangars before 4.0 in any way, so you can't use hangars and freight elevators. Yeah, I'm really excited. But yeah, it is all about the server meshing tech, and that tech giving us the ability to increase these player numbers so that we see a higher count, better response of the servers to how it doles out the game to the client / PCs and on the that's logged in. So better gameplay performance overall with the server meshing tech. But I think the big picture is definitely the bigger amount, or the opportunities to make the game much bigger, as well as increasing the volume of players that can get into an instance at the same time. I don't know, man. It might be a little rough around the edges at first because you'll have to constantly try different formulas, maybe like a instance of Like for example, if I looked at the star map and I'm thinking of the concept of server meshing, like maybe Walla and Illyria on its own server. I don't know, but yeah, they're gonna have to break it down. ArcCorp and maybe 2 of the moons on its own server, and then you have Hurston and its 2 moons on a server. It's going to be so many different combinations. But then the next step of that is the dynamic part, where once they've decided what's the perfect combination of where the locations are going to be per server or servers, then it's the dynamic part where as we ramp up with more people, then you're talking about the dynamic of the server meshing coming to merge with areas that are heavily populated to alleviate the pressure and the tech debt and the limited resources. As you get more entities on the server, the resources become more and more limited. So the assistance of mirrored servers will help to alleviate that pressure and provide more resources. So when we start to congregate in one area, a large number of people, you don't see the slowdown, you don't see the bugginess, the lag. It's all mitigated through the dynamic server meshing tech. So I'm really excited that once they get that in a good place, I would say keep your asses aggressive, CIG. Don't stop. Keep your foot on the damn pedal. Keep your foot on the damn pedal. Because this is so crucial. Because what it means is server cost is going to go up because you're going to need more servers. So you get more people in, you sustain that, you make it viable, more people will come. You give us more ships, you give us the ability to multi-crew, multiplay more so in the game. You keep people playing. That means your servers are active. Let's go. Got to get it done.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
But I'm stoked for Pyro. Don't get me wrong now. I love the tech, love how the sausage is made behind the scenes. But yeah, I love the content. If you build it, they will come. Butts will be in the seats behind their computers for sure, Shimpasto. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yep. You give content, you provide that content, people will play. Good or bad, they're going to at least try it out. So it's up to you, CIG. I think the thing is, mission givers is one thing. I get it. But you give the players the tools, the materials that will support their gameplay, they'll make the content for you, CIG. And I would say at some point it would be really cool. Oh, how close am I? Is this the canopy? I do not want to freaking crash. Okay. That freaks me out, that freaking canopy. Cloud canopy. But I just, feel as though this is the Star Citizen community. And you give them the tools and the materials to create. Man, CIG, all you got to do is sit back and look at what they do and then create your missions and things around what people do. Oh shit, am I being shot at? Why is my... Okay, it's red at the... Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't being shot at, man. Okay. Yeah, I got damaged, man, big time. Holy sh... Okay, I thought my canvases were missing, but I see the front part of my ship is badly damaged. So let's get that UEC going. Yeah, man. So they got a lot to do. 700 million. I get it, but that's an operating cost. You know it. We all know it. Think about it. Then 07. Geek Stoner 420 just sub. Thank you, Geek Stoner. Thank you. Duran Voss. Oh my God. The Doctor is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. The Doctor 5, thank you for the subscriptions. Oh my gosh, earshot. The Doctor, thank you for the sub. Oh my, oh shit, what is going on tonight? Whoa. The Doctor, 07 to you. 07 to you, the Doctor. We got to give that industrial gameplay love, Z Doctor, because it's Tony Zorvek's bread and butter. That's the side that the bread is buttered on, Z Doctor. I love saying Z Doctor. Speaking of Z Doctor, did you get a Nursa, Z Doctor? The Nursa, man, that came out of nowhere. I think there was some little bits and pieces of rumors, but damn, was that perfect timing or what? I mean, we've been crying and whining and saying, hey, look, we need some medical gameplay. Where's the medical love, CIG? And bam, John Cruz slaps us upside the head with a Nursa MRSA. I'm like, what? Yes. I think we got a little up in arms with how they're changing the medical. Everyone, you now have the ability to respawn through those vehicles. I think it makes sense because we're expanding. They know, we're going to expand. Ain't no way in hell where it makes sense that, let's say we die, we're on the 3rd or 5th moon in Pyro, or let's say eventually we're going to be in Nyx, and you go back to your point of origin where you spawn from. That would be insane. That's game breaking. So it made sense for them to make that adjustment because they're looking forward and knowing that it's about logistics, it's about sustained gameplay. Now, I think the other part of it, the finishing, or let's say the next maturation process of medical, we may see where it's about the conditions you're in based upon the tier that you're working from, right? So let's say you wake up, let's say you recover, but you're not quite that, yourself, or it's a temporary fix until you can really get help from the hospital. I'm not going to say Endeavor. I'm not going to go there, but that's a different story altogether. But for sure, you need that functionality of respawning, reviving yourself, and I think the next part of that is what condition based on the tier. So maybe there's some crafting involved, maybe there's a little more in-depth gameplay, but yeah, I looked at the outcry that immediately got my attention, and I had to listen and kind of decipher what was it. Why were they up in arms? Why were some people up in arms? Why was this pushback? Or because initially it was just change, and I think that's just a natural response to once we get accustomed to something. And when you change something we're accustomed to, it automatically feels like the rug is being snatched from under your feet and you fall and bust your ass on the floor, right? So I understand that, but yeah, at the end of the day, when you look at what CIG is doing, they're expanding. And speaking of expanding, holy shit. I gotta read. The doctor says, the doctor is talking in chat. I must read, please. Excuse me, chat. I must read what the doctor is saying. As the doctor says, the day we get refinery ships in, I'm gonna be happy because then I can have a closed loop. I can scout, mine, refine, and then sell without having to involve the goddamn middleman. Man, what are you saying? You are you're not a doctor, you're a preacher. Hallelujah, brother. Preach, brother, preach. You're not the doctor, you're the preacher. Preach, brother. God damn it. I'm full of hot wind. Don't mind me. No, you speaking truth. Facts. Facts. The doctor speaks facts. No. When you're factual, you're factual. But yeah, the doctor. When you're talking about eliminating the middleman, you're talking about having the ability to. Now we're stepping into the doors of crafting. The desires of crafting will start to knock on the door of our gameplay. I think refinery is just that. It's the beginning or the rumblings of refined gameplay that says, yeah, refinery, it's a craft. You have to have some sort of skill set with it. And now we're on the verge of crafting. But definitely the middleman, you don't have to worry about the refineries anymore unless you're dealing with starter ships. So when you speak on those terms, immediately you have to think of the Arastra. And I double back to the starter ships. We need the Expanse. Hello, we need the Expanse to actually fulfill those needs that the starter ships will require. Your Miss Prospector, your mole, right? The Argo mole. It will need refinery. Maybe some other mining ship down the line. I mean, it's endless because other manufacturers can come up with their versions, and it wouldn't hurt the game. It would only enhance it based on the style of manufacturer guide. What about a 2-man mining ship? The mole is a 3-man mining ship, but yeah, 2-man mining ship. Yeah, so one could filter out inert materials or switch out materials that you don't want. That's a variance. That's a variation that kind of gives you different results. So there lies the marketing in that. But again, back to what you're saying, Zizak, no middleman. Again, it speaks to the narrative that we are expanding, where the systems, the locations, literally the space of outer space is getting bigger. And it will be realized with Pyro first and foremost. Pyro is coming, and then from there, once they've shown or feel as though it's ready to expand, they will do just that. Nyx that was like these that was the like, hey, this is what's happening. I remember when we had Nyx, and it pushed the system to its limits because it was just like, yeah, we're only going to give you a small sample size of Nyx. We're going to just show you Delamar, right? Not to confuse it with Daymar, but Delamar, the huge asteroids, the planet-size or moon-size asteroid, should I say. That wasn't the entire system, right? And yet it was still pushing the system to its limits. But again, expectation is once there's Pyro, then we should see, once there's Pyro, yeah, we should see Nyx to some degree, hopefully for next year, 2025. But yeah, we're expanding. And refinery, you need that kind of that mechanic for when you're way out in space or you're far out where no man's land, right? And here's the other thing, quantum fuel. Quantum fuel will not allow you to cross systems or go to jump points and come back to a refinery. And the doctor says 323 overall has been an amazing quality of life update. We're making leaps and bounds right now. The quality of life, I think it really stuck out as a doctor. It really stood out. We're seeing much better optimizations. when you play Star Citizen and you're an active player and you're all in, it's easy to tell and see the differences. Now, does that mean no one else is? Does that mean it's the same for everyone? Of course, we know that as a doctor. You're just stating that on your side of things, where from your point of view, you're seeing a definite uptick in the quality of the patches, and the fact of the matter is they're pushing further and further, and they're developing a little faster, right? Or I should say, quite faster. But at the same time, as it was at the same time, what it used to be, this is what I want to say. When they would push to bring out content, it was a little rough around the edges. You know those days when something new would come in, it would take them some time to wrangle it in and get it right, and get it optimized and get it back to a state where we were accustomed to when we were working in live, right? But now it seems like as they go in and get things pass through Evocati, PTU waves, and literally by even in the instances of the testing phases, we were noticing, like you said, the QOL was like point. It was on point. Yeah, the doctor, you preaching up in here, man. Doctor is preaching. The doctor is preaching. He's at the altar. The doctor's in the pulpit for sure. No doubt about it. Z, you're telling on yourself, Z. You've been around a bit. For you to call out 3.0, you're letting us know you've seen some things, man. You've seen some things. Yes. Literally, 3.0, 318, they share that. Do I want to go back to that experience again? Do you want to go through that experience again? Only if it meant that we're going to do something substantially advanced, right? Only then. But outside of that, we don't want no more. We don't want that no more. That was just rough. That was rough. But at the same time, for the fact that you mentioned 3.0, for the fact that you mentioned 318, and the fact of the matter is we're past 3.23, we're approaching 4.0. It says everything. It says that just watch them work. That's all that's saying is just watch them work. Yeah, they're going to have rough patches. They've had a couple major ones. But at the same time, I think one of the distinctions, what you point out, the doctor, and what I want to highlight, one of those patches, 318. 3.0 was their first time really like, what the frick is going on here? We got to get this animal. We got to tame this buck, man. This thing is way out of control, right? And so I think the difference of 318 going forward, they kind of went into that mode again because of the complexity of what was going on, or things had to be worked out, blockers, you name it. With 318, they said to themselves, wait, we need to learn some lessons here. We got to take what we learned from 318. We have to apply it to oh shit, that was a late bloomer right there. That thing blew up on me late. That was a new one. I believe they learned from they've learned from their development in 318, and I think we're seeing the results in these new patches, the doctor, like the quality of life, as you mentioned. So we've come full circle from your statement that the reasons for the quality of life that we're seeing was predicated specifically with 318, or should I say most recently 318. I think 3.0 was one of those things that got slapped upside the head, and with and said, what the hell happened here? They had no clue the way it hit them. And it was just like, it really wrecked them. But I think with 318, they went through some things, but then they said to themselves, wait, we got to reel this thing in, but this time we have to have a backup plan. We have to have a plan of action, and we have to have a method in what we're doing. So when they went in with the replication layer, and again, the replication layer really needs server meshing, because those two components have to work together in order for it to show that it's viable and it's a complete system. That's a partial piece of a complete system. Replication layer and server meshing. And I would dare say that dynamic server meshing, static and dynamic, that's another flip of the coin too. So it's the trifecta: replication layer, static, and dynamic. But they've learned some lessons. They took what they've learned, they put methods in, fail safes, best practices to approach this. And the results right now are quality of life. It's not to say that it won't happen again. I don't want to mislead anyone or have you thinking that's my thought process behind it, that they're not going to run into that again. They probably will run into that with server meshing and dynamic. But now I think there is a practice, there's a distinct, they're setting up guidelines of what they want to do if they need to dial things back. But the fact that they're able to shore up the quality, I think that speaks in volumes to their maturation in their research and development and getting things processed. But yeah, they're gonna have a time though, without a doubt. They're gonna have a time with it. I would be totally shocked if nothing really went wrong and things went smoothly. It's just, get your popcorn, sit back, relax. Enjoy the show. They're going to give us a show, but hopefully with what they've learned in the past and how they approach things presently, that it's a viable future for them and moving this thing forward into an MMO. Now, there's some other things that they really got to work on, like the mission givers. I don't think for some reason, something is missing with the mission givers. I think, I don't know, man. I think it needs some sort of modularity to it. In other words, you need to be able to stack missions. I'm hoping that this is where server meshing comes in. Because data can actually move across systems. It has memory, it'll keep memory, and maybe you can stack these missions and you can maybe bring people together at certain points of interest without them knowing that, hey, you're part of a bigger mission. I think that's a step in the right direction. The doctor says, I remember when we only had the hangar view as well. You had those walls. You would walk up to the walls and you put your hands on them and you feel the walls and you just stand this far from the wall to look at the details. And then the ships, it got real when Chris dropped the ships inside the hangar, right? And full 360 degrees, we're back at the hangar. But this is the hangar 2.0, right? Isn't that funny how, you brought that up? And it was like, it was groundbreaking when they eventually delivered to us our hangars. Now they're doing it in a whole different way where it's about, we're knocking on the door of base building, literally, where you have your private sanctuary from all the chaos or potential chaos out there. You're now able to de-stress yourself or just exhale deeply, open that freaking freight elevator and go to your hangar, or however it works. Just go to the hangar and then call up the freight elevator with your materials, call up your ships from out the ground of the hangar. All of a sudden, it's just like you're in a different game inside of a game where it's a place where you can prep things, set up preparation for whatever it is you want to do. I think the thing that's most important to that is having those tools and those materials that will support it. The distribution center is a great start to that. It's a great start to that. But I think the most important component that ties into that would be the economy system. I think we'll see economy system once they know that server meshing is good to go. That will be the next major milestone for CIG and making this a MMO, because it's going to guide you and tell you what you may need to make a profit, and so industrial ships are going to be core to that. The doctor, that's the industrial ships. That's where the love comes in. That's all things that's cargo, all things that are the salvage mechanic, the mining aspect of the game, any and all things industrial, even if it's like refuel, rearming. If they've, I've been hearing a lot about missiles, talk about missile updates and getting that worked out. I actually even chimed in on that. At some point, being able to craft and sell missiles, but then it opens up the other part too, is rearming, refueling. Well, refueling, that's the thing, but rearming, meaning selling and restocking missiles on a ship. How would that go across with a ship that can do that functionality? Maybe the modular system with a combination of Maelstrom. I don't know. I'm just throwing cards at it, throwing ideas at it. But some way, somehow, like ships like the Vulcan that has the rearming capabilities, how will we see that come to fruition of the Vulcan interacting with someone and then they're restocking their missile silos or their loadout? Maybe it's like I heard some ideas of, it's not so much of the individual asset, the missile itself, but it's a module or container that holds them. So maybe it's an interchanging of kind of like what we've seen now with CIG placing these doors, and that opens like the components. The same thing could be said about placing those, opening a port or something or a panel and injecting and connecting loaded missiles, the container with the loaded missiles loadout onto the ship that way. So they're going to reiterate to make that gameplay work. So probably that's why we don't see the Vulcan right now. If it was figured out, we would probably have it by now. But yeah, industry, economy, it's hand in hand. And then from there, I would love to see crafting be a part in, where then you can take assets, valuables, either repair it in order to resell it. So yeah, crafting will be then those elements right there. Those are the essentials for an MMO. And then of course, server meshing should provide the ability to have volumes of players in game all at once. But I don't know what that number is. Vendor 07. Yeah, as industrial lead, my fleet reflects my role, and I have dreams upon dreams of being able to run so many game loops and feeling interconnected with the verse and feeling like I can interact with others in the verse on a new level. Just, oh my God, I can't wait. I'm gonna add that. You need to hydrate soon. 07 Bender. Yeah, as a doctor, I think. With that said, you make me think about immediately um, when you're talking about industry or working together in a crew or a number of people or orgs. That's another major milestone that I would say CIG. This is what I want to say to CIG in that regard. What is it? Not being reactive. It's about it's almost saying nip it in the bud, CIG. Jump ahead, jump on it. Be ahead of it, right? Don't be reactionary to it and say, "Oh shit, we need it," right? You know, server meshing is coming. You know, you're going to increase your player numbers. CIG, the next thing I say they, but the next thing, and this is what they should be asking too. They need org mechanics foundation established. You know, issues such as let's say automatically you're in a party. It should be profit sharing in the background set up when you start to form your org or your party. Is it fractional profit sharing based on, maybe you should have selectors to say, okay, we're in an org, right? And this will eventually track up to being in the guild, but let me go with orgs first. As an org, you say, okay, if you're a part of an org, should it be percentages automatically taken out or disseminated across the orgs automatically? And this is just debate and conversation. Or do you do it, or can you have the option to do it on a micro level? In other words, let's say a party of 10 happens to get in. We're org of 1,000 people. We get in, 10 of us get into game, and then you hit a button to say, okay, this is profit sharing across the org or across specific members of your org, right? So you click the 10, and profit sharing is on. It's initialized. And so and then with that said, if you're in the org and you actively set active org is a go, or you activate org processes. Under that umbrella of processes, that includes profit sharing. That includes access to one ship in game while you're doing an op, right? So it's like I should be able to take, if I'm in an org with the doctor, I utilize his ship, or we're in a mining org, we're in a mining op, should I say. I should be able to switch out and say, okay, he's telling me, he gave me orders to take his ship, which is full of Quantanium, back to Arc L1. I automatically do it, get it there, and then refine it and sell it. I shouldn't say, well, I'm sorry, it's just your ship, you can't. That has to stop. And I don't know how it may be a problem, but it would be easy for CIG to say, well, we have to really dig into that. I think that would be the right thing to say to not get themselves in trouble, right? Naturally, that's a defensive mechanism to say, yeah, well, it's going to take some time. Defend yourself, CIG. But I think that's something that needs to be looked in and approached, because eventually it's going to happen sooner or later that it's going to be 1, then 4, then 12, then 100, then 1,000 people, and tens of thousands of people saying, hey, why don't we have this? Being proactive as far as being reactive. That's the words I want to say. I want to say, CIG, be proactive in knowing that your volume numbers are going to come up, man. Chris, you know this, right? Your volume numbers are going to come up. And so what do you want to do? You want to be able to proactively have or gameplay initialized and have a foundation that says, well, we're expecting this to happen. So let's set it up where we take down these filters or barriers that kind of hold you back from profit sharing. Let's have some sort of calculations in there. Let's also give you access to each other's ship based on the trust system, rate, or the reputation system. Someone is not doing right, then you can boot them, or temporarily deactivate their membership carte blanche access, or their membership access. You temporarily freeze it due to probably not paying their dues or not sharing profits like they should. People say, oh, they're supposed to share, but they keep it amongst themselves, and you, okay, bad behavior. You uncheck them from active duty until they, have, better behaviors in the org, right? Angel Hobo 07, make it happen, Captain. 07, Kai. Kai, 07, Kai. How are you, Kai? Did you see Meg earlier? She was DreamHack. She was a DreamHack earlier today. 07 to Meg. She was amazing. She was showing off Star Citizen. Really cool. But yeah, it's going to be interesting from the moment we have the drop of 4.0 until CitizenCon. It's no telling what they're going to show us, what's going to be on the stage when they start presenting more and more. But I definitely think that it's time to have some sort of a Squadron 42 announcement, right? I think that's a big ticket item. That's a lot of pressure there to start having some sort of release date, or at least a demo or something regarding Squadron 42, because at the end of the day, you have two games that says, hey, we're ready to take the next step, or we're ready to go on to the next level. Kai, you two are gonna have fun together. And yeah, she's doing some great things. She really is. Very inspiring, That's what Kai, I can't say enough about it's hard for me not to mention Star Citizen and Women of Gaming. It's you can't separate them. I'm sorry, I cannot separate the two narratives of women in gaming, their presence that makes everything well-rounded, and yet I didn't really recognize it as much until I got into Star Citizen. And of course there's women in gaming, of course, obviously, right? But it's something different in Star Citizen. I think it's more I don't want to say prominent. It's more prominent, but it's more it's better defined in Star Citizen in regards to the women who stream it, the women who actually can tailor their avatar to their liking, to their likeness, or to their liking. And at the same time, there's a level of respect that is real in this game. It serves as to having that same respect for them in reality. And I think that's what I'm trying to say here, is that there's a mirrored respect of women when you reflect life in Star Citizen, the game. And that's one thing I think I'm proud to say that I really like. That's one thing that really stands out with Star Citizen in comparison to other games. And again, I don't bemoan or say or talk down to the other games, because what can I say when this is mainly the only game I play, one of my main games. So, but yeah, in that era, in that respect of the women being celebrated and them just going out and just doing their own thing, Um, I love it. It's really good to see. It's outstanding, and I gotta give credit uh, in the aspect of what CIG brings to the table, and give women the outlet to say, "Here I am. Don't f with me. I will kick your ass." But I'm here and I'm enjoying myself. Respect. Go 707. Yes. So enjoy the life, enjoy the gaming. It's all here. It's all here in Star Citizen. Oh 07 Takai. The doctor. You know that. Oh man, let me tell you, man. There's so many angry people in this world right now. Too many people angry. And the craziest thing is they don't know really why. And then some don't know why because they're being told you need to be angry. And then some are misguided in anger. It's a misguidance. And then you have some people hurting, and that's the only thing they know to do. That's their only reactionary thing to do is just to be angry. So when you say games are about enjoying yourself, that's a life thing as well as a doctor. That's a life thing. If you stay uptight, man, your body reacts to that shit, man. Your body, your arteries restrict, contract. Your stress, your blood pressure goes up. Man, that stuff does wicked things to you. Laugh more, enjoy yourself more. And if Star Citizen frustrates you because of its speed and the way they're developing, you got to find another outlet, because this is not for you. This may not be for you at the time. Just come back, but don't put your time and energy and stew it in negativity about things that are not ready to be revealed or to be released. Play with what you have in this game and enjoy it. But here's the thing: the community really help. They really help the game. They help make it fun, and that's the truth. But overall, it's about just have fun these days, because life is too short. Look, proof in the pudding. We're halfway. Do you know we're halfway through 2024 right now? We're halfway through 2024. Tomorrow, what time is it? Hell, less than 3 hours. We're going to be halfway through the year in June. 6 months in the year, man. This is the second quarter, month 6, beginning of second quarter, and we're halfway through the year. Life is moving so fast. Don't spend it being angry with somebody, man. Those people don't even realize you're angry. Have fun. You owe it to yourself. You come into this world. Can you imagine, what it took for you to get here? And you're spending, have fun. That's all I'm going to say. Have fun. De-stress yourself. This is a distressor for me. This is a hobby. I have fun with it. I love to interact with the people, meet people. Met so many cool people through Star Citizen. So yeah, I mean, it's good for your soul. It's good for your body. It's good for your health. Because there's too many factors to be worried about and to be upset about in this world. So yeah, enjoy and have fun with it. Stress does kill, Shimpasta. It kills, literally. What's the point in being uptight and angry all the time? You're gonna have a much better life being happy and positive. Yes, life is hard anyway. Why double down on what's hard and difficult with and adding anger into that mixture? Don't make sense to me. I've learned it's not gonna make things better for you. I sit in the God system most of the day, and I strive to be a positive influence in the verse. And in my day-to-day life, there's no point in being negative all the time. All you will do is alienate yourself and others. Yeah, Curhan '07, brother. Yeah, it'd be hard to deal with you. And people, you're like, wait a minute, why doesn't people want to play with me? Why isn't people interacting, So yeah, it's just one of those things you want to just make sure, and Star Citizen is built that way. It's built on and predicated on people interacting with each other. And I think once we're getting closer and closer to this, not just Pyro, but 4.0, but server meshing, it's gonna allow them to bring more people into the game. And so that's gonna be interesting now. People are worried about the PvP and the wanting to and not wanting to get into combat. It is what it is. I mean, it's part of the design mechanic, right? It's part of it. But that doesn't mean, because you get into a fight a few times or whatever the case, it doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time. Just chalk it up and say, you know what? That was an encounter. And just pull yourself together and get back on it, But then you have an option. You can have an option to hire security, learn PvP. Your org members who are PvP centric or skilled, they can be on and off with you. I mean, there's so many ways to approach it. You approach it as if, just like you're playing a game in real life. You're in a unknown star system. You're far away. When you're traveling in a spaceship, things like that will happen. There's no law around. Imagine that happens. So you prepare yourself. You don't be selfish and say, I'm going to do it on my own. This game is predicated on multiplayer. It's going to be an MMO. Hello, right? Like maybe a SC Fact will give her advice so she's like release that Kraken and then give those hangers. Oh, you left work 30 minutes ago. Let me see. Holy smokes, man. Wait a minute. I'm looking at my time. Wait a minute. 9. What the hell? Holy smokes. Woo. No comment, Karahan. Heavy armor is best worn on the chest and arms, and that's the spot the AI targets the most. Yeah, that's my thing. I just changed my approach to armor. I use the Doctor. You got it. 07. There it is. I approach that armor aspect to similarly. The chest plate heavy, the helmet heavy, right? Arms, I'm medium. I'm medium with the arms. Legs, medium. Gives me a little speed, a little agility. So that's my take on it. I'm sticking with it until it's proven otherwise. 07. You will see me fat running everywhere as I run my heavy armor everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, 07 Karen. What is up, man?
07.
What's going on, man? Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I see. It sounds like you're recovering, man.
Yeah.
Good,
I feel
good,
better.
good. How's the weather, man? How's the weather there?
Dog shit.
Oh my gosh, man. It's like
Yeah,
90s.
UK, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yep.
we are a small island in the ocean, so
Holy smokes. I
it
knew.
is what it is.
Yeah, you need some heat, summer. You need some summer weather, man.
I need some Texas weather, you know.
Yes. And the barbecue doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was just saying, man, it's like I was saying how right now, I was just going over, you know, the mere fact that tomorrow we're literally 6 months into the year. We're halfway through the year, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, we're halfway through. It's in 6 months. You know, at the end of 6 months, we're gonna be in 2025.
Holy shit, man.
Yes.
Stop it.
Right. And I was just saying this. I was saying this in chat before you probably stopped in. You might have heard this, but okay. CIG gives us, usually they work quarterly patches, right? A quarter is 3 months. So that essentially that's 2 patches, because that's 6 months, right? So you divide it. That's 3. Yeah, 2 quarterly
So,
patches left, right?
From what I heard,
Mm-hmm.
3.23 was pretty hard for them.
Yeah.
So I don't think this year they will respect the usual.
3 month quarterly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 3.23 was pretty big, you know. So
Yeah. But you know what though? You know why I think that doesn't bother most of the gamers or the players in Star Citizen? One of the factors is, the doctor mentioned this too. It's the quality of life.
yeah, and
They
and
put a lot of quality into their patches now.
I think this is one of the best we ever see, right?
Yes. Oh, by far.
By far.
When you've played the game for quite some time, you've seen things in detail, and it's easy to notice.
You can feel it.
You see it, man. It's right. It's smacking you in the face, like.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this? Wait a minute. You're like, wait a minute. This is unusual, or this is unheard of. To be able to give a lot of features, but yet the quality, the optimizations, it shines, right? Now, granted, 100%. I'm being realistic here. It's not that way for everybody in the game, right? Of course not. But at the same time, everyone's system is so unique, so different. You still have to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And no one's going to tell you they have a potato for a PC. They're going to tell you, hey, man, it doesn't work for me. But they're not going to embarrass. I understand it. They're not going to embarrass themselves and say, hey, man, I'm running a shit processor right now.
So I always had the shit PC for like
Right.
For like 10 years, and then I told myself, no, man, I need to play this game.
But you know what though? You laugh about that, but man, since Wing Commander, Chris,
Can I ask you something?
Oh, yeah.
You are hearing me better than usual?
Yeah. Your mic is very clear. What did you get a new mic or something?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
did.
this guy. Yeah, I hear the bass.
I got your same mic now.
What?
Yeah.
07. Yeah, I hear the bass and everything. It's rich. The sound is very rich.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what do you think of it?
I need to speak on it, you know.
Yeah.
But
Do you have the cloud lifter?
yeah,
Damn it, man. You thought of everything. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I'm a smart boy, you know.
Yes. You're sharp, man. You're sharp. Yeah, you sound really good. Your vocals are very rich. You play this back, you'll hear it. You sound very rich. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
And you're not even projecting your voice. You're just talking very, normal, just
Yeah.
relaxed, and it picks up everything. And I don't hear any interference or anything. Very good, man. Good choice. Wow.
I know.
Congrats. But yeah, I just say, man, speaking on the task and everything, and how time is so fleeting for CIG, because it's they have the CitizenCon, they have IAE, and what is it, Aerospace Intergalactic Aerospace Expo,
Yeah.
Alien Week for ships. But the good thing is the devs are there. There's different departments, so it's different pressures for each department. So that's a little different. But overall, we're talking about 4.0. I think that's far-reaching. That touches that interacts with everyone, and they have to integrate and work together to pull that off. That's a lot of pressure. But also, most importantly, is CitizenCon this October. That's really important. And I go back to 4.0 because
You were on Area 18, right? As a system.
yes, I'm in Area 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you in game?
Yeah, I'm joining.
Okay. Let's see. But yeah.
Yeah, you need to wait because I didn't have time to play. So from the last patch, so I'm joining a EU server
Oh,
for
okay.
the first time in a
Oh,
bit.
wow.
So
Okay.
I needed to do that to unlock my friend list. You know.
Oh, nice. I'm finding gold.
Mine that gold.
Yes, sir. Man, but yeah. Server meshing, I'm excited about it. Man,
Yeah,
can't wait.
they are going strong.
Yeah. Pyro, I think even the demo of Pyro, it was just a little test. We're going to get Texas barbecue when I land. Yes, of course, Kai. Invictus Alien Week, i.e. all the best sales that mug me for more money. The doctor, that is so true. Screw it, I'll join that server team. Yeah, it's a good time to play Star Citizen right now. It's really interesting because they're really pushing onto the next page. Should I say the next page, which is MMO. It's MMO or bust for CIG. They know what's at stake now. But there's so many people right now, they're realizing it too, because you have a lot more people joining in. The word is getting out. The word is getting out.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
And the thing is, I think they are pushing, you know. They want to the player base to be happy.
Yeah. It's a passion though. It's about the passion, and it's about understanding that we're in this with you. This is CIG talking. There's it's not about the money. It's about the gameplay. It's about making history.
No, it's also about the money, because if they are not profitable, they can't develop the game, right? So it's a mix of both.
Yeah. Well, let me be clear. I think the people that don't believe in the vision of Star Citizen, or they don't believe, or they're skeptical, they rather say that it's a what do you say? It's a money scheme. In other words, it's a means to like for Chris to become rich, right? They're doing this, so he's only doing this to get money from people and to make himself rich.
If he was a money scheme, why hire all those people? You know.
Well, here's the thing. Chris, you have to look at his history. You have to go back to Chris Roberts back in the day. Chris became rich from Wing Commander.
Yeah.
Chris is
already rich.
He's rich. He's rich. He's a self-made millionaire. And then after Wing Commander and other games, right? He went to make movies. Chris Robert directed movies, Lucky Number 11, The Lord of War, amongst other movies. He made movies. So it's not a scheme with him. What it is, if you go back and you really study up and learn about him, he loves games. He loves sci-fi. That's him. It's just that simple. But don't get it twisted. He wants to make history. He wants to be the king of gaming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, the money part, no, it's not. You know, it's not about a scam or getting money from people. But yeah, to your point, Kurhan, he needs to keep making profitability so that they can move this game forward to make this game, this universe of his envisioned dream of what a sci-fi game is like in a universe of his making. I can't make it up, man.
Yeah. Do you wanna when you come back with this one, you wanna go with the mall?
We can, if you want. Yeah, we can do it.
If you want.
Oh yeah, we can test it out. Did they do any? Was there? I didn't get any notes, but I want to see what.
Yes.
I want to test it. Yeah. You know I've been bad mouthing the mole, right?
Yeah, I know.
I've been talking shit on the mole.
Yeah, everybody did.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a delayed explosion right there.
Invite me.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
All right. 07. Look at this. Man, look at that map, the star map, the Moby-Glass. Oh, you're already in the party. Oh, wait a minute. Invite. Okay, I sent it.
I think.
Oh, invite failed? That's a first.
I think you should go sell.
Okay, go sell. Oh, you got the mole?
No, but I think the server is about to crash.
Oh, snap. Okay. All right.
I think.
Okay. Let me go. Let me run. I'm running. Damn it. Things was just getting good. All right.
Yeah, he kicked me out.
Oh, crap. Okay. Let me run. Okay. Arc L1. I've learned Dash A is where the station is. Okay, it says you joined.
Yeah, I am back in the menu.
Okay. I'm looking at these weird markers now. It says hatch, docking collar. It's reading something.
You want to believe it?
I won't believe it.
I got an email. I need to do some stuff.
Okay. Wow, it's 2 in the morning. Holy smokes, man.
It's 4 in the morning.
4?
Yeah. It.
That's right. Are you kidding me, man? Wow. Holy smokes, man. Okay, you gotta go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Holy smokes. Hey, but the mic sounds good, man. We made that clear. Oh my gosh. Hey, man, as I always say, it's good to be needed. It's good to be wanted.
Yeah, not at these
Holy
hours.
Not this
Please.
hour, man. Holy smokes.
Let me alone.
Carry
Leave me
on. Stay good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm working from here, but I will not join you up. I'm sorry.
Okay. No worries, man.
I opened the game. That's it. That's good news, no?
Right? Wow.
Shit.
The mole will be my baby till the roster comes out. The doctor said the server is good on his end. He said this is weird. Yeah,
I don't know, man. Maybe it was from because I was from AU.
Okay. Well, you know what? Until we get server meshing, expect this.
Yeah. I need to sleep. You are laughing. Eh?
No. Who needs sleep when you got Star Citizen?
You are laughing your ass off.
Well, it's good to hear from you, man. It's always good to hear from you, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have that flash? Oh, I must be in damaged state. That's why it's flashing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Yellow alert. Okay, I'm drinking. I'm 30%. Okay, getting my vitals back up.
Nah, sleeping in the bars. Yeah. maybe I should.
Oh, this must be empty. Wow, this thing, now it's like you take a couple of sips and it's empty.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta check if there's the monthly report because it is the end of the month. I thought I saw something out there as far as the monthly report.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go check it out.
It's up. Okay. Yeah, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
All right. Let me put my helmet back on just in case.
Yeah, I know you.
I know, right?
That helmet back on.
You know what happens.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man, that's.
Well.
Yep.
I don't want to. I was. Bah. Night, man.
Ciao.
I leave you.
Karen,
Ciao.
07, man. We'll catch up, man.
07.
Let's make it happen, Captain. All right, here we go. We're back in the seat. Off to Ariel. Nice. You know what? Speaking of gold, the value it's reached to a point where it's right under Quantanium in regards to profitability and its value. I would say, was that Lyria? I would say, what's the next one? I believe it's Walla, Bender. Let me make sure. Is that the one near within ArcCorp? Just want to check because it seemed like Lyria didn't have anything around it, which was odd. But maybe. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't crash into the station. Okay, I'm clear. Okay, let me check the map again. I'm gonna type in Walla. Okay, yeah, Walla. Definitely Walla. That'll be the next stop. It's gonna be Walla. I tried Lyria. It was nothing really there. Well, there were some remnants of gold. I take that back, but it was really scarce as far as material. So yeah, Walla. Where will you put your persistent hangar? Shimpasa, is there a place that we? Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about systems. So I'll keep it simple. I spawned from Area 18, so my hangar will remain in Area 18. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in Area 18. Keep it simple. But for some reason, when you said that, it made me think immediately about base building, like what planet, what moon. Yeah, the persistent hangars. I think it immediately will tie over from the personal hangars right over into base building. Maybe personal hangars will be something that we can lease at populated areas like a Area 18 or Hurston. I don't know. It would make sense that will remain a thing. Especially if you're part of cargo and you're really a part of the cargo aspect in the game. Then it would make sense to have the ability to lease a number of hangars spread out through the system. I'm gonna get some repairs. Gotta get some repairs, man. Power down. Let's see if it'll work. Man, I don't know how I incurred that. Vehicles. Oh no, landing. Anything pertaining to land. 4.3k incurred in damages. I don't know how that happened. Why do you choose Area 18? Shimpasa, Shimpasta, it's easy for me to remember when it comes to spawning in. I kind of know the direction, or I know the area in regards to going to the Cubby Blast shop to get my uniform, my armor and such. Then the train system. For me, it feels really quick. I compare it to like an area like Hurston. There's a lot of stairs, elevators involved. The traverse, to me, it feels like a longer traverse. And then with New Babbage, that feels like there's a lot of going through elevators and floors, right? And then for what is the other one I wanted to call out? The Floating City. That one feels like the monorail system is like you have to get to the train. The spaceport. You have to get all those that monorail system to get to the space station. To me, feels like it takes a long time. And then you have the aspect of once you leave, getting out into atmosphere. At one point, it was so long that CIG had to say, well, we got to dial this back, man. They had to dial it back. But for me, it feels like it's quicker to get where I need to be going to get to my destination. It's quicker with the in Area 18. But I think that's going to change for everybody to an extent, right? Because once we get personal, not personal hangars, I don't want to say that. Once we get base building, that won't matter. I mean, then it's about your home base and your landing zone and your particular landing zone and the system you go to. Yep. So I think that's going to go away, Shimpasta. And I think the taste of it, we're going to get a feel of it once we get into the personal hangars. We're going to have that sense of, hey, wait a minute, man. This feels like a base. This gives me base building vibes. It really will give you those base builder vibes. And all it's going to do is have people react to, well, hey, Chris, man, I'm ready for bases now. I mean, these hangars now, I got to a point where I want to be able to interact with other tools and assets that will, close the loop in of me feeling like I'm living out here. I want to really feel like I live out here and not feel, I think the narrative will be, hey, we're feeling a little claustrophobic, right? Because it's just a hangar. Now we want to be at a location, a specific location, and coming and going as we please, and it's your spot. Literally, it's your spot. And depending on the level of security, I think for everyone, more than likely, it's going to start, if you're not a pirate, I would say it starts at high security, meaning you're protected. You don't want to be able to start stacking resources and then you have the potential of it being compromised. No, it's going to definitely go with, most of us will probably go with the high security because we want to do resource management. We want to leverage the economy first and foremost. And I think after that, or beyond that, let's say if you're a syndicate or a pirate org, yeah, I could see them actually wanting low security or no security, medium or no security at all. You have PvPers or org members or players that love combat, so they may go for medium or no because they want combat aspects. They want that rush of adrenaline of being attacked, because that's a choice, right? I could see that happening. That's definitely happening amongst players who want that kind of interaction. Easy. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Oh, definitely. I gotta bring my Taurus here. Yeah, but yeah, the game runs much better on my end. I can't speak for everyone else, but it's noticeable. I'm gonna have my main bass in high set. There you go, Shimpasta. When we get what we want, we don't want it anymore. It's the human condition. Yes, sir. Once we, it's boredom. It's also a form of boredom too, Shimpasta, right? It kind of feels like, hey, this is getting boring. It's getting stale. It's so much that I can do with it now because um, I'm doing it so much in game, right? And it's getting long in the tooth. That's the natural progression. But I think once you have those components that kind of give you everything you need to be sustainable, I think it takes on a simulation of life, of living in a place that's not of Earth, right? Then I think it's more of the day to day. And I think we will definitely need that economy system. No doubt about it. You're going to need that economy system to kind of pull you away from, the day to days of your dailies and say, okay, yeah, I got to go out and grind. I got to get after it. First time chat. Nate Wolf, NI8 Wolf, grass is greener syndrome. Yes. The doctor says I'm getting over a 100 FPS for me. Yeah. 07 Nate Wolf. 07 to you. Welcome to Star Citizen, man. Welcome to the channel. I'm Kimmy65, man, and been doing this since 2013, and it's been a journey for all of us. Just watching it, seeing it bloom and progress and stumble, trip and fall. But the one constant is it always evolves and continues to move forward. That's the one constant. At the pace that we want, hell no. Expectations, not all the time. But as of late, we are getting better delivery, more content, intensive, more emphasis on quality of deliveries with these updates. I can see it. I definitely can see it. Headed the wall up, Bender. Oh, let me see something. He is... Okay. He's in Discord. Here we go. right, here we go. All right.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
All right. I'm in nav mode. Let's head to Walla. Get some mining going. 07. Okay. W8. There she is, Walla. Weeping Cove. I never knew a Weeping Cove existed. Wow. Routing. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Hey Kimmy, can I invite my son to the party? He wants to do some mining too. Why do you have to ask? I don't understand it. Why do you have to ask? This is Star Citizen, man. Come on.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Chuck me an invite. Yes, sir. Let's see here. The doctor is in the house. This says Vic is in the game. Oh, that's hilarious, man. I see you, Vic. So are we going to get LTI furniture? That is hilarious. Not if we busted over somebody's head if they start attacking us in our base. The question is it breakable? That's the question. We can, if we can bust it over somebody's head, Shimpasta, then it should be LTI. 07 to that. It's about that bottom line, baby. I see you know Jade. Fantastic. Yes. Weeping Cove is pretty cool. I had an FPS mission there the other day. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Bender, I will always say yes. The family that plays together stays together, man. This is another narrative, Star Citizen, I have to give him credit on. As we kind of see how it brings people together. But families literally play this game. I mean, literally, they play this game, families. So it's another feather in the cap of Chris Roberts and CIG. What they're doing on this side of family, and it's kind of like the old board games that you would play on the weekends with family members. This is it. This is the future. This is the future version of it. So by all means, bring them in. We can mine. Oh, come on, man. You don't have to ask. I think he's logging in now. I can make you temporary party member and you can invite him, Bender. See, I'm thinking ahead, man. I'm thinking ahead. 07. Over here. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. There you go. Your group leader, and you can invite them. Oh, 7. Other backers got grandkids. Yeah, so true, Shimpasta. That is so true. And it's like you're making fun, but you're telling the truth about the development timetable. But it is so normal. It's no different than these big studios like Grand Theft Auto, Auto, of these games of that caliber. It takes years, literally, but still, it's funny. It's funny. Aldrego. Okay. Aldrego. Aldrego has joined the party. Let me see what the map is taking me. Okay, it says I'm going to Walla. Oh, I see a marker over here. What is it? No, it's weird. It's not. Yeah, something's broken. Something's broken. Okay. I'm gonna cancel. Didn't expect this to happen. Okay, let's see something. Voila. There she is. Just let me try a reset. All right. I think this is more like it. All right. Getting some garbage breaks tonight. These rocks suck. Yeah, again, as I said earlier, it leaves room for a two-man mining ship that, one can operate on pulling rocks, the other can operate on sifting garbage rocks out of its containers, filter it out or spew it out. Yeah, it would be interesting. It still opens the door for variations of mining, and you leverage that with the different manufacturers. You have something different on your hands, but still it's in the vein or the family umbrella of mining. Different means, different ways to do the same thing, and it still feels fresh, and it gives players options. Really, really cool stuff, though. Try to hit the light side of the moon. I'm gonna that's the landing zone down there, lit up. Yep, passing it. Getting to the light side. And these views are just killer, man. I'm like, holy smokes. Getting those boosts. Getting to the light side of the moon. Nice. All right. Here we go. Come out of nav mode. All right. Switching over to SCM speeds. Speeds are being adjusted. All right. Going into mining mode. 07. Scanning now. I'm totally not running a solo mode. Yeah. That could be painful. As a doctor, that's painful. That's painful gameplay right there. Chris is, I think, he gives us options, but I think his narrative though is basically you're not alone in this world, this universe he's creating. You're not alone. He does not want you to be alone, but given the circumstances or the options, you can choose to do so. But it's not like he wants to punish you either, but he's not going to hold your hand and say, well, yeah, you're going to get all these perks and this. He wants to make sure that you understand that if you decide on doing things alone, make sure you equip yourself correctly. Make sure you know if you understand that you could be in over your head on certain things, but it is what it is. But going forward, looking at his vision for the game is you will have the best benefits and best advantages out of doing things cooperatively, doing things through a cooperative in the game, working together. And I think he definitely makes sure that you will benefit or reap the benefits of doing just that. It's predicated on, real life. Like, imagine if we had ships like this and we can go to different systems in real life and there's no law around, or the law can only go but so far, and you're out of this jurisdiction, and human nature will seem to basically take over. You can imagine what that is, right? Because look at the world, right? As I said, have fun in this life, live, love, and stay happy as much as you can. But when you look at the narratives, man, you see there's a lot of angry people. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens. Imagine, man, being able to go to these systems and there's no law at all and people can act out. Man, do you know it would be, man, I'll end it just like that. You know where I'm going with that. So, it's the old saying, there's strength in numbers. No doubt about it. Strength is in numbers. I'm seeing solid coloration now with the edges of the rocks now. It looks like CIG has hot fixed some things. That's pretty interesting. Like you, the doctor, I'm running into garbage rock too. Felsic. Vexilite is good. Let's see if I can break this one. It says impossible. Stability is at 53%. All right. Oh, 25% Vex, 40% Hephaestonite. It all depends on what it breaks down to when you break it, Zadoctor. If you can separate that Vexilite from the Hephaestonite and you get high percentages of that Vex, it's a go. Yeah, you have a security team already queued up. Okay, on you. Okay, where are you? All right, let me see. Where are you, Bender? I saw your message. Okay, I might have to go to the map to get you. I'm getting unknowns. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the map, see where you are. And that's another thing. I said today, I talked about orgs and as this thing ramps up, scales up, org-centric things, you want to have a constant marker for your org members on map. So it's like, they'll always be there. Let me try something. Speaking of which, Bender, if I could type his name in the search and he's in the party, it gives me routing to him. That would be cool for the star map. Hold on, let me pull it up again. See if I see your marker, Bender. Okay, there we go. Well, this is almost the same thing right here. Route. Yep, I can route to him. Boom, there it is. 07. Look at that. It's already there. Okay, now does it translate? Damn, he's on the other side. That's why. Okay, hold on. And you're on the other side of the planet. Okay. For the hundreds of hours. Yeah. The doctor. Wait until you know what? You mentioned the roster. Are you going to stop there as a doctor, or are you going all the way with the Orion? I'm just curious. I'm just curious though. Are you going to go all the way with the Orion, or is that your sweet spot? You're going to stop at the Arastra. Holy shit, man. Okay. Yep, that explains it. Oh, it's letting me target him. Go to him. Oh, nice. Scuba. 07 Scuba. What is happening, Scuba? How have you been, sir? Happy Friday. Almost 6 months into the year, sir. Halfway through 2024, believe it or not. Time is flying. Shimpasta, you know I did, right? I gotta move cargo, man. It's like, you know, I do mining, the persistent hangars, cargo units, and now you're able to store all this stuff. Who's gonna move it? You know, I gotta move it in mass. And so seeing that the Ironclad has basically all the assets in game right now, all the assets that are working in game, that's a part of the Ironclad. So I could see that ship sooner than later. I think Tony Z himself, he needs all the cargo ships in the world in order to push his quantum system, right? In order to make it work, you have to have these industrial slash cargo ships in game. And not just cargo, anything that pertains to industry, you gotta have it for Tony Z. I mean, it other than that, why bring out the quantum system or the economy? Why have it? Here we go, Bender. Okay, I'm getting my readings before I commence. All right, sir. I'm starting at a low percentage. There we go. I'm going to ramp up. Instability is 264.58. That's crazy, dude. I got some latency here, big time. Okay, 50%. 54. Okay, we're rocking, man. 07 Bender. Oh, that instability is okay. Instability is 8%. Oh, 120. It's showing it's okay. I'm ramping up. Okay, when it goes up, I dial it back. See, because I was expecting that for it to do that. Now I'm at 5%. It will spike on you. Okay, there we go. Sweet, baby, we got it. Bender's like, I want to make sure. Oh gosh. What is this one over here? Laranite. Holy shit. 32%. Shimpasta, that's got to be in the Q&A. We were talking about that the canopy may or may not open. That hasn't been clear or clarified on that. And I think that is a major talking point. That's got to be in the Q&A. Hopefully the Q&A will be out pretty soon because that needs to be talked about or addressed in the Q&A concept ship discussion. That's a big deal because I feel as though if the cargo area, as John Cruz mentioned, that it serves as a repair bay as well, wouldn't it not make sense to open that canopy while you're in space? Because then there's no gravity, and especially for the ship or vehicle here's the question: can you also bring a ship in it, land a ship there in that cargo area, or is it strictly for vehicles? That's where it becomes a thing of, wait a minute, CIG. It shouldn't be restricted to the type of ships, or it shouldn't be restricted to vehicle. It should be compatible or versatile with a smaller ship that can fit in there too, right? And it should be able to repair. If it's in space, that canopy opens up. Now, if they keep that canopy closed and make it so that it's for vehicles, that would be definitive then. That's where they say, oh, no, we're going to restrict this to a vehicle only. I just hope that they think about it and say, you know what? Why not have the assault carry like an arrow or something of that equivalent or size that can fit into that ship? You can do vehicles and ship as well. I think that would be so welcoming, especially with aspects of pyro and you're in space, more so than being on a planet or moon. So I don't know. That's just me. It's funny how this rock is not budging at all. Let's see. And just like, no, man, it's not gonna work. And the cargo bay be converted to a situation room for President Kimmy. Baby. Only if they provide us with the right ship, Steve. Air Force One. Oh, he's okay. He's targeting that one. Wait a minute. This is all extractable. It was all purple at one point. Now it's not. What is this one? I'm just taking a look, Bender. I'm just being curious. That's 33%. That's the 31. That we won't be able to break that one. Okay, here we go. Igneous deposit, inert, Vexilite, not bad. Here we go. All right. Bender, did you pick up those other pieces that we fractured, or did you get it? Did you get any? Doc on the way to help. 07. Yeah, but yeah. CIG has so many things coming down the pipeline. But I don't know. It seems like I don't want to say they're comfortable with the pace. I don't know, but I think because we're getting a lot of content the way we are, and they recently said, or expressed their stance on getting the game to a 1.0 level, which I think is beyond alpha. I think that the moniker alpha will have to change if they succeed in getting us to 1.0, and what that time frame may be. Is that, did you say end of the year? I could be wrong. Was that end of the year for 1.0? J2 Smiling Viking Yo 7. What's up, J2? I have like 24 orders in the refinery already. What? Is that the max though? Is that a max? 24 orders. That's unheard of, Bender. What? That's got to be a record. When does it? Laranite and gold. Okay. Sounds good, man. That's right under Quantanium, no doubt about it. Okay, I'm gonna spin around and see where you are. Yeah, for sure. That's a good one. Okay, let me turn around and see where you are. Your marker. Probably. Okay, he's 7.2 clicks out. 07. Yeah, I mean, the content is getting there. People are, if you're not playing the game, you're kind of looking and saying, wait, what? Server meshing? Okay, 1.0? Wait a minute, what's happening here? Yeah, you want to keep your eye out. We're getting the larger ships. That's actively, we saw the evidence of the Polaris. We saw evidence of that, and immediately we were like, okay. That's a ship I've been backing for quite some time. I'm glad to see that it's very close, and now they've actually said, hey, look, Chris wants a deadline here. He believes the team can deliver. John Crew has his team. Hey, look, Polaris, Intergalactic Aerospace. That's November. That comes in November. Aerospace what is it? Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Is that it? Yeah, that's in November. So yeah, give or take a month. But yeah, we're getting the Polaris this year. We should already have Pyro by then, so you're gonna see some bold people like, hey, I'm jumping in the Polaris and I want to take the scenic Ruka Pyro without any problems, unless there's another Polaris that attacks me, but it's not gonna go well for either one of those ships. I think that's where CIG is kind of leaning towards battle or combat with these larger ships. That it's going to be intense. It's going to be a situation that you decide to engage. No one is going to walk away unscathed unless that person is the only person in that ship operating or controlling the ship. It's just one person, a one-person crew. I could see where the opponent would walk away unscathed, but outside of that, no, man. This is the firepower alone. You're gonna get more than just scratches. You're gonna get dents, bents, goose eggs, black eyes, broken limbs. You're gonna literally limp away from that battle. And so, if it comes down to that, it's about, was it worth it? What was it really about? Was it of something of value? And I think that's where the battle or combat should kind of lend itself to, that it was about a large mining vein, and I told him we can share profits, and then the other guy told me go to hell, and it was on ever since from that point. Granted, not insane refinery, but a few. So you're all over the place with. Okay. Oh, you spread the wealth. You're spreading the wealth, literally. I had a lot more than that in there before the wipe. I was up to over 65 orders. That tells a lot about the robustness of their data, man. Holy shit. Kraken 2026, hopefully. Zadoctor. I've been leaning towards that. The Kraken for next year, because of what they're trying to do through the Ironclad. The Ironclad is its symbiotic, or its parallel process. I look at it as a parallel process. What they do with the Ironclad is what's going to happen with the Kraken. I would not be surprised they develop in parallel, which to me, if I was to do that, if I was John Carew, I'm not. I don't have his expertise in that, but as far as approach, if I was to say I was John Carew, as I was developing the Ironclad, I would probably look at simultaneously or parallel developing the Kraken as we go, as they went along, but not even really say anything. But as those parts or those assets were proven to be viable, it would go the same. It would be the same with the Kraken, because I'm developing it at the same time. And talk about, aspects of killing two birds, one stone. That's literal right there. You're killing two birds with one stone. That would be brilliant. If that was, to me, that would be brilliant. To know that you're creating the assets and they actually are pretty stable. And knowing that what you have in Ironclad, and it's ready, it's game ready. You literally are saying that the Kraken is game ready. You're doing parallel and process. I would love to see that, if that could be from time to time, that could be a process with some ships, or actually going back to some of their ships and same manufacturer, and seeing if they could or could not develop in parallel. The obvious one would be the Apollo and its variant, the Triage versus the other. I don't know what the other variant is, but that would be an easy no-brainer right there, right? That, holy smokes, this dust storm is way out of control, man. That's crazy. But yeah, that's the easy one right there, the Apollo. Maybe there's some other ships similar to that have similarities there amongst the same manufacturer. The ungunned turrets that is getting going to be a true patrol ship. Oh, everyone's talking about I call it my nickname for it is the Popo. For the Polaris, I call it the Popo. Because some people broke themselves when they bought that ship, man. If they didn't get on top of that ship and they melted or decided it wasn't coming out and then they realized it's coming out, yeah, it's a Popo. That was a clean break, Broseph. Ain't seen you explode a rock in a while. Fine-tuning them skills. What? Yeah. J2, it's time to get back in the game, bro. It's time to get back. I'm just saying. I think you're gonna get back in around by the end of year once we get a full release of Pyro and server meshing, and we get some of the larger ships out there. I can see it come back for sure. Ironclad, Invictus, then Kraken, IAE. Oh man, the rumors are flying, man. Terranite, good ones, and another Bex Rock here. We can get them all. 07, let's get them all. 4. Yes, Popo, man. That freaking Polaris will break people. It's crazy, man. I think these ships, man, will kind of. Oh my gosh, this dust, whatever this is out here, or storm dust, I don't know. Oh, there's the doctor. There he is. Bender, I do not see you, man. It is so freaking dusty out here. The dust is a bust. Okay, I see unknown is... Shoot, dude. I can't... What the hell? You just like... Hold on, I gotta go to the freaking map, man, and see if I can see you. Holy smokes. But that's good. Hey, man, those are good features, man. I'm not complaining. That's how it's supposed to do. That's what it's supposed to do. Did you go back to the refinery? He probably went back. Now, the only feature on the horizon I'm even remotely interested in is engineering. Oh, nice. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, engineering, systems in the game, so you need multi-crew. You're looking for... Bender, look at this storm out here. This is crazy, dude. Okay, yeah, I see you now. Holy smokes, man. That is crazy. That's nuts. Again, it was never like this. These are improvements by them. These are improvements. That dust storm, perfect. but that tells me, I don't know. The server meshing is going to open up more. Use your ping a lot. Yes. Doing my best to. Yes, you did. You did just that, Zadoctor. I saw that. But you know, that is so cool that they are doing these things. They're dropping them in the game. They're not really. They don't need to even talk about it. They're just there. It is. You'll discover it. You're gonna notice it. And this is the feedback that they like when, you know, you see it for the first time. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. This is different. This is unlike the experience I had a little while back. And this was not, it didn't take weeks, it didn't take months to get this over and get this going into the game. It's like, there it is, popped it in, and there it is. It's in your face. I'll help to break some up. I'm almost full. 17. This is Terranite. Okay, there we go. We got a big window. Okay, let's see what we can do, guys. I'm only at 50%. There we go. We got some action. Oh yeah, she's gonna break. That instability is kicking in, rocking the screen. There we go. Dialing it back a little. Dialing it back a lot. Okay. For some reason, the window. Okay, yeah, I was too close. There we go. We're gonna rock it up. Oh, we got this. Man, he's backing away. All right.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
It's about that bottom line, baby. Pretty nice. Mining is just, it's a way of life. I think repair, you're gonna need people. I think, why are we not seeing repair right now? Well, we kind of see it, but I'm talking about the repair ships. Why don't we have the repair ships right away? Well, maybe they're slow about getting around to it. Maybe then it's not as viable. But definitely, when we're talking about more people in the game, there's the potential of the players now with these instances of these interactions that could go wrong, bad behaviors, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, ships will be damaged to the point where they're nearly destroyed. You're going to need a robust mechanic that says, not only do I repair it to 100%, but I've enhanced it. The Vulcan and the Crucible fills that narrative, but also there's room for more manufacturers to get into the fray to enlist their services. It shouldn't stop at the Crucible. It shouldn't stop at the Vulcan to say that's all you get. Now with the induction of, at some eventual point in time, we're going to get the larger ships. You need a ship, one ship that can provide that service, a one-to-one service. In other words, we need a capital-sized ship, repair ship. We need a capital repair ship that is like unlike anything we've seen, where you can just say, okay, the Polaris she's limping, and we need to haul it back to whatever that ship or manufacturer is, right? And do those repairs. some manufacturer need to come along and take the mantle from the Crucible, and because you can't, it's not sustainable for Crucibles to, now they should always have the ability, like maybe 2, 3 or more, to service a capital size ship. That should always be a possibility. But at the end of the day, you want one ship to do it all. To kind of say this one ship will provide the service and actually repair totally an entire ship that's on the caliber of a capital size ship. You don't have time for that. I mean, this game is a time sink, period. So you gotta have that one-to-one experience so that it's done, not it's partially done. That is game breaking. CIG, that's game breaking when you don't have the resources or the facility to say, okay, I need to fix this ship. And it's not about saying I'm gonna do a wave handium thing, or how do you wave the magic wand and then it magically, it's magically delicious. It happens. No. You're far out. The farther we get into the game, and I mean, like, logistically, you're gonna have pyro. You're gonna have, the leak says there's gonna be 5 systems. You got to have this one ship that can provide that one-to-one experience, and you totally get yourself back to where you were in your previous state before you were attacked or got into a fight and damages were occurred. But also, you want the crafting nature of the game to start to take prominence, to say, all right, last time I got into a tiff, they totally handed me my ass. And I'm looking at now, I want to beef up the hull material. This could be an industrial ship. It doesn't have to be where you have, let's say it's a proactive approach. I think repair should be proactive, not reactive all the time. Oh, damages, repair me. No, I'm hearing of trouble through this route or this area. I want to shore things up. So let's say the doctor has their rostra. As he stated, he has their rostra. Well, he doesn't want to react to my roster is damaged. He wants to be proactive to say, I heard the other day these routes were compromised by pirates, and I'm hearing day to day that it's getting a little rough out here for miners. I'm going to proactively call upon one of these ships, not the Crucible, but the bigger size repair ship, and say, I don't need a repair, but I need an enhancement. I need some crafting done. I want you to strip all the material off of that ship, right? That's the crafting aspect. Mix a metallic, or through crafting, you're mixing stronger metals. There's like refinery, you're doing a smelting process or something where you're taking out the impurities. You're cooking, you're baking, you're cooking a batch that will then create a denser hull, which will translate to heavier weight, more burn rate of your fuel. But at the end of the day, your hull is more robust. So those are the features, those are the services repair should be able to provide a person when they want to proactively enhance their ship. So it's not a thing of it's not a one-dimensional approach to this game. It's more of a holistic approach of saying it's borderline crafting, because I want to enhance the hull now. I'm hearing of this. Then in the same breath, you have syndicates or pirates or PvPers who are saying, hey, like the Batman movie, what is it, Dark Knight, the beginning of Dark Knight, he's fighting in the Batman Begins suit, and he's bulky, his movements aren't as agile, but then he went to Lucius Fox says, Lucius, I need a new suit, something more agile. Same narrative. A PvPer might want to say, well, I have this ship, it's bulkier, but I want to go a little lighter on its material to make me a little faster, a little more nimble. Again, by me saying this, I'm putting a lot on the devs. They're like, shit, can we shut up right now, man? Look, we got too much on our plates. But this is that game where we're talking about, not right now, but the end product of the game, the end product. And so with that said, repair / crafting of your ship's hull is so necessary. Such a interesting aspect to the gameplay that provides services. And then it lends itself to reputation in the game as well. I'm not wrong by saying this. I think you all are diehard gamers who know games, and it's just another enhancement for you and another tool for you to utilize to kind of set yourself apart from others, to give you that uniqueness about what you do. So crafting in the game lends to your reputation. It allows you to be a beacon of the community where people will come to you, and those relationships become interesting. Now you're being fed these accolades for your services. That's so unique in the game that you become a legend within the gameplay because of your reputation and your crafting skills. And I want it to be a skill, not just something you press a button and it's done automatically. That's lazy, and that's not CIG's approach. CIG is more, hey man, we want to skill base this thing, and they want to shoot for the stars in that regard, right? They want to shoot for the stars for that capability and that gameplay mechanic. But yeah, crafting is going to really bring this into the realm of an MMO. Most MMOs have crafting, successful ones anyway, right? I think that's the whole point of this, the success, making it unique, but also having those same elements that successful games / MMOs have as well. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel on something that's proven to be successful. It's about incorporating that. And I think they have the opportunity to do that. So yeah, man, I'm all in for that.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Okay, let's go ahead and vehicles. Nope, it's about landing. I'm at landing. I incurred a little bit of damage. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have Black Star Legion, or a PMC with an industrial and racing arm. Nice. Racing, the doctor, racing, I think, has so much potential. I think some of the vehicle team members were talking about racing, how it's, it's a part of what they want to do. Richard Towler. I think it's not Tyler. No, Tyler. It's Towler. Apologies for mispronouncing your last name. Let him cook, baby. Oh, the doctor. That is unshamefully just decadence right there. That is unshameful decadence. That's borderline hoarding, man. 3 Arostras, 2 Orion, 4 Mo, 10 Prospectors. That's your org, though. That's your org. Please say that is your org, not you and your anchor ships. Holy shit. The doctor says, me and my endeavor in the science module overclocking my components. That's crazy, right? That's a great one right there. Overclocking components with the one of the modules from the endeavor. What a cool service to provide players with that. And you deserve it because Endeavor, the rumor has it, the last ship to be created in the game. And so for your patience and your fortitude, for waiting so damn long, you get that. You deserve it. Sounds like the Cousin Crows for the ship mods and customization. You haven't found a precision landing toggle button yet. I do. Well, precision landing or just, well, when you hit that landing gear, you can't help but be precise. We knocked RSI out of one of their events. Wait a minute. What do you mean we knocked RSI? What does that mean? We knocked RSI out of one of their events. You know, fun fact, I was literally there at the convention at Dragon Con when they introduced the Endeavor. I believe this was 2016 or 17. I can go back and check, but yeah, I was literally at the Dragon Con event. Ben Lesnick on his gaming laptop presented the Endeavor that day. And I believe at that time the price was $335 when it was introduced. And I said, holy shit, look at that. Oh, there's a toggle for the 30 meter per second lock with their gear down. Or killed the CIG team and knocked them out of the race and then won. Oh, oh, nice. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh, there it is. Server error. So J2, he says he's not in particular on one feature. He wants them to fit and be cohesive. And once we have that all together, once that all comes together, I think the picture of what the game is will be a lot clearer. That could take some time. I think because you're talking about the systems, you're talking about them realizing the mechanics that comes with more players in the game, how the game expands, and how they want to take advantage of those opportunities for gameplay as they expand and they gather more information and get more ideas. So I think that's something that's going to continue to sort of outpace us at, from here on out, because they're finding their wings beneath them. They're going from a walk to a sprint now. I think the advantage that they have is the fact that they have this community that can talk about these things, J2, and share and interact with each other about what they see, what they don't see, what is missing, what could be enhanced, what can be improved, and sharing that information, and the fact that CIG listens to us, especially when it's good conversation and it's objective feedback, and it makes sense, then it's a shared knowledge. Then it becomes a shared knowledge. And I think that's one thing that's an advantage for CIG over other games is, from the beginning they wanted it to be a two-way street with feedback and developing and allowing us to test the game and give that feedback in real time. So yeah, it's a double-edged edged sword. 07. Someone is duping and jacking up server. Oh, what does that mean? Someone's doing something and they figure some things out? Someone is duping, duplicating and jacking up the servers. Is this on purpose, Bender? Is that what that means? Yeah, I gotta get up tomorrow, but the weekend isn't over. I look to get back on before Monday. I want to get in early Sunday, so I'll be around Sunday early. I got something to do for Saturday, but don't count me out for a late night Saturday night. Depends on when I get back. But we can get in and talk about the game more, but there's so much coming down the pipeline. It's not funny. And they're purposely trying to set a pace that they can keep up with in regards to making sure that the quality is there. I think we're starting to see the devs really double down on the quality aspect, and they're aiming more for meaningful parts of the game that will get this over the hump of making it more of a, some people say tech demo, alpha, more of on the lines of beta / MMO. They're pushing for that. That's obvious. They're pushing for that. But at the same time, they want it to feel as though, or they want to get it more into the aspects of it being a polished developing game. They want to emphasize the polish, because, and the reason, and I think that the main reason of that is they're expanding. You can't afford to go back and refine what as you go forward, as you expand out. You have to nail it as close as possible to to a refinement where it feels similar to a finished game. That allows them to expand and not have to worry about what's in the rearview mirror that needs fixing. Of course, that's going to be the thing. That's going to be the case. But I think I kind of see that they're lobotomizing massive amounts of the code to say that, to make the engine new. I think it's about making this their engine totally. Some things have to be rooted out and totally redone. But yeah, they're trying to get a grip on it, get a handle on it. Definitely look for me, Z Doctor. And thank you for the subs, man. Much appreciated. Much love to you. Love your passion. Love what you're doing in the game. I love your take on it. Love your approach about the game. That's what we need. That's the Star Citizen. So many 07s to you all. One heart, one love, man. You are all what you are. The game is you. Without it, Chris, he knows he couldn't have gotten this far without you all, and it's appreciated. You know it is. CIG, send me some love, man, because I'm getting it from this community. Give me some love. Spoken true. Spoken so true. We are Star Citizen. Star Citizen is us. For sure. With that, y'all, 07s. Let me see if I can raid over. If you're still in the mood for some Star Citizen. Let's see who is out there. Who is doing their thing. Ding. But yeah, look for me Sunday early. You may see me late Saturday. But don't count me out. Don't. But definitely going to get in some Star Citizen Sunday morning. Early Sunday. Early strum. Early strum. Quite a Okay. All right. I'm laughing when I see his name right now, and I'm already laughing. We're gonna go over to Uber Nerd. We're gonna read Uber Nerd. He's playing Star Citizen, of course. Oh gosh. All right. Created. Creed is created. Let's give him a 07, everyone. He's been doing this for a minute. He's back. He's back. Healthier, too. He's doing his thing, too, man. Everyone, 07,
So
look for me.
This is not a legal salvage mission. This is a.
Oh, he's doing some salvage.
I just found it
Peace,
randomly
King
in
Kaiser,
the,
07. We're going to do the
in the
raid.
verse.
Look for me tomorrow, man, and then definitely look for
Randomly
me
out there.
Sunday. 07s, everyone. Here we go. We're raiding the... He's acting up already. Here we go. 07s.
Oh, that's my Chinese neighbor's middle name. Random Yi.
07.